welcome to the cave. This is Two Wise Fat Guys.
This episode is brought to you by Jackson's Rectal Whitening Gel. Because some assholes just need to lighten up.
Yes, they do. Today we're going to get started. We're going to talk about a fight scene that's been going on for a long time right now. The Ronda Rousey versus Floyd Mayweather beef. What do you think of that?
Well, it'd be interesting. I mean, if they were to box, obviously Mayweather's going to win. If it was no rules barred MMA, I don't think so.
I think in a street fight, I think Ronda Rousey would whip his ass. Straight up, street fight, no holds barred, no rules. Ronda Rousey kicks Floyd Mayweather's ass. On an all rules type of boxing match, obviously, Floyd gets the best. That's just my take on it.
Floyd is so elusive, and he's got the speed. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the power, so I'm probably going to agree with that.
Yeah, he couldn't knock out a fucking 3-year-old.
Nah, he couldn't pop a grape, so...
No, it wouldn't happen. And I think Ronda could probably take any of the punches that he dishes out.
I think Mayweather, out of his 44 wins, or maybe 40, I think it may be like 49 wins.
49-ish.
Yeah, undefeated.
Yeah.
However, I think he's got like 10 knockouts out of that, and they were like accidental, so...
Yeah, that's...
And Ronda Rousey has like 13 wins and 1 knockout, so obviously she's catching up on the knockouts already.
The difference is between the two fighters, Rousey is like the modern-day MMA Mike Tyson. She goes into a ring, she kicks a bitch's ass in under 60 seconds. Plain and simple. You and I both fell into the trap of buying the Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao fight.
I really thought that would be a great fight. Pacquiao had more power.
God! Flat out horrible. And I know we were both rooting for Manny on that one.
I agree.
Didn't happen. God awful. Worst fight I've ever seen. I would have rather witnessed a Mike Tyson 35-second KO by him knocking somebody out by just jacking him in the chin once and flooring him.
There was a couple rounds where Mayweather just went toe-to-toe with him to see how much power Pacquiao had, and apparently he had nothing. But he didn't hardly hit him half the time. It was just bad.
It was
just all around
god-awful.
bad.
I mean, I would have rather watched WWE wrestling than to have watched that fight that night, and it would have been free. To where that fight was, what, $100?
Yeah.
To watch that fight? To me, I was completely freaking disappointed on it. Would I have been disappointed on the Rousey fights? No, not really. I mean, she's hot. And quite honestly, I'd let her kick my ass. I mean, seriously, wouldn't you let her kick your ass?
She's pretty hot at 115 pounds. I definitely thought she was hot. The more she steps up in weight, she's getting a little heavier, a little, well, she has to put on more muscle. So I'd rather not see her keep going up in weight to fight other people, like especially Cyborg. Not that she couldn't beat him, but she's losing the hotness.
You said him.
Yeah.
I mean, come on with the name of Cyborg. You sound like a dude.
Well, the higher in weight these ladies get, the more they look like dudes. It's just the more square they get, the more muscles they're getting. I'd rather she just went maybe down in weight. She just stayed where she was at. Be the 115-pound champion, be hot, not worry about it. But, you got to do what you got to do.
Right, that is true. And I've got a beef. I know we're getting older. Things happen. I get it. I understand. But I'm having a hard time dealing with it. For instance, now that we're getting older, I'm not going to say our age because that's just stupid. But anyway, you go to the bathroom. You go to take a piss. You shake it. Like 40 times. You shake it. You get it done. You think, okay, it's all done. You slap it back in your pants. You take 2 steps. You piss down your leg. Seriously?
I think it happens to all of us in this certain age bracket. And, the whole 3 times, you shake it more than 3 times you're playing with it, who invented that? Was that a woman that came up with that saying? Because even when I was younger, it took more than 3 times. Yeah. And I still wasn't playing with it. I was literally just trying to get the drops out. But now, it takes forever. And you still might have a shot in the chamber. And if you're going commando, you're really fucked. You're just fucked.
Well, yeah, I mean, I hear that. I mean, I don't know how many times I've done it. And I'm about to say, it's one of my pet peeves. One of my annoyances that I have. I'll go to the bathroom, piss, shake it off, thinking, okay, I'm good. Dude, I've even broke out the toilet paper just to wipe the head of it off.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, it's good now. I put it up, I take 2 steps, I'll be damned if I don't dribble down my leg again. For real?
Right.
Seriously?
If you're wearing khaki shorts and no underwear, like say you are in a commando situation, it was laundry day. Yeah. Now you got a couple of drips down the pants, you're going to blame it on the soda machine or whatever, or hey, I accidentally spilled this or that. But no,
Right.
it's actually piss.
Well, another thing, too, when they say you can't trust a fart, you really don't trust a fart.
Yes.
To be quite honest, you're farting like, oh, shit, that sounded wet. And then you're reaching and doing the damn hand check. You're like, oh, man, I hope I don't poo on there. And you're taking a look just to make sure you didn't shit all over yourself. Man, seriously?
I think we're at the age where you do got to go by Jack Nicholson's true 3 rules. You never trust a fart, you never pass a bathroom, and you never waste a boner.
Never. Well, that comes up to another subject, too. We were talking about this earlier. Just sitting around, drinking beer, having a good time, talking about getting a boner. And most of the time, it's not full-fledged. It's not a full-blown fucking rock. It's not there. But you just had it just the other day.
The other day, I did witness without drugs. I got a 10-hanger boner. And I don't know if you guys go on the system of hangers, but if you put plastic hangers on your boner, you can rate your boner, by how many hangers you can fit on the boner. And, usually it's average like 7 hangers. It's a 7-hanger boner. But I got like a total 10-hanger boner. And, when you're younger, you can get at least a 13-hanger boner. I mean, you get the baker's dozen. But now, for a 10-hanger boner, that's pretty impressive. I was pretty psyched about the 10-hanger boner.
Very impressive. Very impressive. I always go for the baker's dozen myself, but I guess now I'm going to have to start. I mean, I was using like the metal hangers.
But the metal hangers, you can go for like a 30-hanger boner.
Oh,
but,
dude, I was like too buku. I mean, I felt great with that.
I feel like
good.
The plastic hanger, the thicker the thicker hanger, it gives you a better boner gauge.
Nice.
So you know where your boner's at, where you really stand on the boner scale.
Wow.
So just take a bunch of plastic hangers and put them on your boner, and then I'll tell you where you're at.
I'm afraid I'm going to be about a 6er.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of worrisome,
If you're at a 6er, you might want to think about the blue bomber, the blue pill.
I don't know if I can quite go that route.
From what I've heard,
I ain't old enough yet, dude.
From what I've heard, the Mexican Viagra is even stronger. It's like unrated by the USDA or something.
Are you serious?
It's like super strong.
Wow.
You might have a 24-hanger boner there. I don't know. It's just rumor. That's the word on the streets, people.
Well, I tell you what.
Word on the streets.
I'm going to go on the street and go buy me some Mexican vag or something. Man, I got to get a 24-hanger boner. To me with that one, I have to say, I'd go into porn. At the age I am right now, I'd have to go into porn.
While we're on the subject,
hanger,
I've heard that Cialis isn't very good. This is just word on the streets. I haven't tried. We should probably review these products eventually on our show. I have not tried Viagra or Cialis, but I hear Cialis is not very good. This is from just people I work with. They say, hey, I've tried Cialis, and it's kind of lame. It didn't really do anything better than I could do on my own. And there you go on that.
I guess that would be a thing, but are we really going to flop our peckers out right here in front of everybody to see?
I mean, that might be like
do the hanger test.
A XXX deal. We probably just do the hanger test and let them know our results.
Viagra versus Cialis.
Right.
Which one takes the most hangers?
Which one takes the most hangers?
Hey, I can deal with that. It's just like getting old sucks. And I mean, it doesn't feel like it was that long ago that a good stiff wind could give you a fucking chub for like 3 days. Now all of a sudden a wind comes by and nothing.
I mean, you got to do with sag nuts, loss of hair in the right place, more hair in the wrong place. I mean, it's just getting old sucks, and really I think everybody knows that.
Oh, definitely. Well, I'm telling you about the sag nut thing. I own a Bengal cat, and it's pretty bad where you could lay in bed and you can't sleep naked because if you do, your nuts hang overside the bed, and you got your Bengal up there slapping at them like it's a damn play toy. Serious? I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's pretty bad when you got to adjust your nuts just to sleep on your side.
And
it's getting to that point.
It is getting to that point. I mean, where they're hanging to the kneecaps. Where you're thinking about, hey, I need an athletic supporter just to keep them from hanging to the kneecaps. So when I'm running or doing something active, they're literally not bouncing between kneecaps. I mean, that's pretty bad.
And what makes it even worse is that not only do your nuts grow, but it seems like your pecker shrinks.
Yeah, what? What? I mean, that's a WTF moment right there.
Oh my God.
How is that fair?
Serious?
And the ladies complain about all their problems. I don't think they compare, really.
You get sag nut syndrome and your peckers shrink, and then come talk to me after that. All right, we're going to go on to a little bit of a different subject now, because now I'm completely freaking depressed. We're going to talk about foreign versus domestic beers. We've drank a lot of different beers in our time, a little bit of everything here and there. We don't really have much to go off on foreign beers alone, but we do love Dos Equis.
So I think in this episode we could, say USA versus Mexico.
That'll work. So we'll say Dos Equis versus our Coors Light. And we love Coors Light. It's like our favorite American brewed beer.
Definitely.
It tastes good. It goes down smooth. It gets us fucked up. Does exactly what it's supposed to do, but yet doesn't give us that bitter beer face. Like when we're taking our teeth out and kind of like scrunched up and shit. So it's all good. Dos Equis, let me go on the difference here. Dos Equis, to me, has a smooth taste, more alcohol per beer. Granted, it costs like $12 for a 6-pack, but to be honest with you, it's good stuff. I love Dos Equis. Green bottle. I think that's what we drink, correct? The green bottle of Dos Equis. Good stuff. Coors Light, tall boy cans, beer of choice. We love it. To compare the two, to me, it takes more Coors Lights to get as messed up as what we want to be. Dos Equis, on the other hand, it kind of just all smacks you like you're hitting a wall.
I'd agree with that.
Taste-wise, I like them both. I think they both taste good. They both have a smoothness to them. They taste really good. Unlike a Corona.
Yeah.
I'm not really too fond of Corona.
Corona tastes a lot like, to me, like Land Shark. And I thought they were in both vicinity of each other. But I like Dos Equis more. And I recall before the Most Interesting Man campaign, and this tells you how much advertising plays into how much the pricing goes. This was back in 1999. When I was at Camp Pendleton, you could go into Mexico or even get in Southern California Dos Equis for like $2.99 for a 6-pack, about $4.99 for a 12-pack, and now you're going to pay about what, $10.99?
At least for a 6-pack. Yeah.
And that tells you just how much one ad campaign can make into the difference of the pricing. I mean, once they came up with that Most Interesting Man campaign, the price doubled, if not tripled.
But if you want bang for your buck, you want a quicker buzz, so to speak. If you want a quicker buzz, I think I'd go with the Dos Equis. I mean, for the simple fact is, I said it's got more alcohol in it, got a higher volume, smooth, definitely smooth beer. I just think it tastes good. I mean, that's my personal opinion. I love it
as well. And I love Coors Light. I think they both taste great. But yeah, Dos Equis does have a little more kick to them.
It does. It's got a little bit. Okay, now we're into the football season. Just started up. Training camp's going on. One thing I want to bring up right now is about training camp. What the hell is going on in New York? Geno Smith gets sucker punched by a teammate. I can't even pronounce his damn name. I didn't even know he played in the NFL. But he breaks Geno Smith's jaw. I mean, I'm not saying Geno Smith's a good quarterback, because I think he's a turd, to be quite honest with you, and I think he sucks, and I thought Fitzpatrick was going to start over him anyway. But to go up and sucker punch a teammate over a $600 deal over a plane ticket.
When you're both making in the millions, I don't understand it. I did hear
at least 6 digits.
That Geno was coming out with his own video game called Punch Me Out. So I'm waiting to see that. That'd be interesting. It's supposed to be kind of like Mike Tyson's Punch Out. It should be interesting.
Wow. Well, I'll say, I mean, I understand training camp, tempers are going to flare. People's going to be ready to hit somebody else but their own guys. I get it. But to literally sucker punch a teammate, not only a teammate, but a fucking quarterback. Are you serious?
When you don't really have any backup.
No.
That's probably bad. Well, I guess they do got Patrick.
Yeah.
But there you go with that, you know.
The Jets have got a great defense, but by God, they got a horrible, shitty quarterback situation.
It should
going
be
on
interesting.
right
I mean,
now.
at least Geno did get some wins. I don't know about Patrick. He was great.
He got some wins in Buffalo.
He was great in Buffalo up until he got that huge contract, and then
It was the beard.
Crapped out.
The full beard.
Yeah.
I think that killed him.
He crapped out, and then the Texans, he had some moments, but...
He had some movements. I don't think he had moments. He had movements.
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe he had movements.
That guy was a turd.
Movements.
But
so there you go. Now you're falling on Patrick. Let's see how that goes.
Now I'm happy football's back. I'm a big football guy. I'm a Raiders fan, through and through. Big time Raiders fan. I'm excited because we're 0-0. That's amazing. We're 500. We're good to go. I'm excited about some of the prospects, some of the younger guys we got going on, stuff like that. I'm digging it. We finally got a quarterback in Derek Carr. Got a premier linebacker / defensive end in Khalil Mack. Apparently, he's been lining up a lot of defensive end. I guess they're going to use him as a pass rusher more than anything. But as for total football, if I were to say who were my picks to go to the Super Bowl this year, I'm definitely not going to pick the Deflategate Patriots. I cannot stand anybody on that team. I don't really know. I don't like picking the AFC. I think Manning's past his time. With that being said, I have no clue. AFC to me is pretty much up for grabs. NFC, Green Bay. I mean, as long as Aaron Rodgers is on both legs and can throw the football, and his guys stay healthy, I think the Green Bay Packers are the one team that you don't want to mess with right now. And they're in a very shitty division.
You don't consider the Seahawks?
Seahawks are good, but they got some issues. Cam Chancellor's holding on to camp. And you know how big of an issue he is. You know, a big deal he is back there in that secondary. As long as this guy sits out, you know, that's going to make Aaron Rodgers go, oh, yeah, this is payday. And I'm going for a title here. How long can you pick Seattle to continue to go whenever they're paying their superstars but letting all their solid backups go? And they're releasing them all. To me, Green Bay, for some reason, they seem to keep that consistent deal going to where they're keeping not only their starters but their backups too. And it seems like they're paying everybody. I don't know how they're doing it, but they are. I like Green Bay this year in the NFC. That's just me. That's my thing. I like the Packers. As I said, the AFC, wow.
Well, for me, I'm a Miami fan, so the Deflategate situation could pay off for me. I'm hoping that the Patriots do take some 4-game extension for Brady, as well as this Geno Smith thing only helps me better.
You got a lot of shit going on
The
in your
quarterback
division this year.
controversy in Buffalo, hey, keep it going. I mean, everything's anything that gets Miami to the top, I'm happy about it. And I feel like they got a solid squad there. As far as the Super Bowl, well, I'm not going to climb so high as to say that Miami's going to go to the Super Bowl. But
You're not going to go to Cleveland, are you?
I was assuming the Seahawks on the NFC side would be there.
Okay.
And the AFC side, I'm going to go with what you said. It's definitely up for grabs. I mean, it's going to be, you know.
Well, I think it's
all
anybody's
the
game.
way.
I mean, you got Brady with a 4-game suspension, everything that's going on there. Everybody's seen how Peyton Manning kind of just fell off the face of the earth at the end of the year. I don't know if I quite trust him going forward. And I don't know, do you think Andrew Luck and the Colts can jump that and make it a Colt-Packers Super Bowl? To me, if anybody in the AFC were on the right track right now, it'd have to be Indianapolis.
It would have to be Indianapolis. However, I will never rule out Peyton Manning. The last time we ruled him out, he made that massive year.
The dude's 90.
And went to the Super Bowl. So I'm not going to rule him out again because this time he might be like, hey, I'm super amped. You ruled me out one time I made the Super Bowl. Let's try it again.
Well, if that's the case, what about his brother Eli? All of a sudden, he's had a couple of shitty years.
It's hard, yeah. And
shitty years,
he goes to Super Bowl.
Shitty years,
Every
Super Bowl.
3 years he goes to Super Bowl, so you can't really rule. And now he's got weapons.
Yes.
So you can't rule out the
Victor
Giants.
Cruz is back.
You
Odell
definitely
Beckham
can't rule out the
Jr.'s got a
Giants.
second year under him. How can you rule them out?
You can't. You can't.
Eli's that guy. He seems like, okay, a shitty year, I don't really give a shit. And then he throws in a crap year. But then a couple of years later, all of a sudden, he's back to throwing for 4,500 yards, 34 touchdowns, and 12 picks.
That's true.
And gets out of sacks and does everything that he does, and Coughlin saves his job again
And
for another year.
I've been preaching that for a while, too, so I agree 100% with that. The Giants could make another run. They could be the one to go.
They're questionable. I put a question mark next to them. And then for people who play fantasy football, I don't understand how they're like, oh man, I'm high on Odell Beckham. You know, I'm high
What
on
about
Victor Cruz coming
Briscoe?
back.
Everybody's kind of ruled them out.
Dude, they're a bunch of
Because
turds. They're a
everybody
bunch of
kinda
ass
left the
clowns.
team.
Nah,
But-
they left the team for a damn reason. They're horrible. We have a friend of ours that is a big, well, not big, but he's a 49er fan from 2 years ago. He jumped ship from the Jets. Thank you, Gino, for making him jump ship. He's a ginger, by the way, and he's got no soul. But anyway, he jumped ship and went to be a 49er fan. Now, they've lost every single star player that they've had, either to A, retirement, or B, hey, I'm just going to get kicked off the team because I'm an asshole. That's pretty much what they've done. Alden Smith was the latest. Another, what was it, like, 5th DUI or some crap? It wasn't me. Well, who the hell was driving the car then, douchebag? You did it again. To me, that team is such freaking turmoil right now.
You just don't even expect them to be in the running.
You know, to be honest with you, I'd be shocked if they won 5 games this year. I mean, you really don't trust Colin Kaepernick? I mean, that guy's a turd. I mean, he's a turd. If you like him, you like Gino. You like him, you like Michael Vick. I mean, he's a doucher. I don't think they're going anywhere. I would say the Tennessee Titans will have a better record than the 49ers this year. They lost that many people, dude. You lose 6 of your top damn defensive players. What makes you think you can come back from that? And your head coach. Yeah, got you, didn't I?
Well, that makes me recall Skip Bayless saying, and I don't know why he still has a job on ESPN, that Ryan Tannehill should go below Brandon Whedon. That Ryan Tannehill shouldn't have been in the draft. Yeah, well, where are they now? Yeah, Skip Bayless. I don't know why you have a job still.
Yeah, Skip Bayless.
So, moving on.
All right. Now we're going to go to a little bit of a controversy here. Since we're kind of in that age, we're going to do like 80s rock versus today's rock and roll music. To me, 80s rock music had a lot more to say.
It summed it up, man. It was about partying, girls,
Bitches.
and
Drugs.
Just yeah, and kicking ass.
All
and just
kinds of
having
things fun. All kinds of things fun.
Oh.
And, you know, to be honest with you, today's music, you take a look at it, you listen to it, and you're like, this sucks.
It's about, oh, I'm sad, mom and dad didn't treat me right, and I'm going to cut myself. And
I'm a wrecking ball. I'm going to go from Hannah, fucking Montana,
and
to licking windows.
I'm going to go from kind of death metal Cookie Monster vocals to la la la, like sissy ass vocals. I mean, it's horrible. It's horrible.
It's shit. 80s music played a lot more, and I know a lot of people are like, well, 80s music, this and that. Guess who's still touring, boys and girls? That's right. 80s hair metal bands, and guess who's still filling coliseums, selling them out. Not only that, but I mean, you've got everybody from the age of frickin' 60 all the way down to 12 going to these shows and enjoying it and knowing the lyrics of the songs. Come on, man.
An example.
We've been to a couple concerts last year.
Pour Some Sugar on Me. Every generation has heard that song.
If you
Now,
say you haven't, you're a fucking liar.
name some example from today's rock
That's even going to be anywhere close
that
to
anyone
what that
is
song
going
was.
to remember in the next 3
Yeah,
years.
you can't because you're a doucher. This music today sucks.
It sucks a lot of
It's
ass.
fucking horrible. You go back to Pour Some Sugar on Me. We'll go Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue. Who the hell doesn't know that one? Okay? We'll break down a little bit. I Can't Drive 55. Sammy Hagar. you know, you want to go down to songs that have a lot of fucking meaning and a lot of push to them, it's those. Today's music, it sucks. And to be quite honest with you, those bands have zero fucking talent. They can do one job, and that's it. You go down to, like, say, Cinderella, a band, okay? Tom Kiefer, the lead singer. Vocals, guitars, keyboard. The man does it all.
Does it all.
Anymore, these guys now, they do one damn thing, and they're really not good at that one thing that they do. I think the latest band that we could go on that actually was really fantastic later on, if you want to go against Rage Against the Machine, they were good.
They were good.
I mean, they're kind of single-dimensional type of thing. I mean, Zach De La Rocha, with his songs of protest or whatever. But what was the guitar player's name? What was his name?
Tom
Morello. Tom Morello. He's probably the modern day, I don't know where you even want to put him at, Jimi Hendrix, Eddie Van Halen, kick around into that topic a little bit.
Kind of in between, I would say, maybe.
Yeah, he's got his own
definitely a
different.
pioneer.
Yeah.
I mean, some things he's done.
But you're a drummer. I mean, today, you look on, say, YouTube, and you see a lot of drummers out there. Who's the one that pops out at you the most as being talented-wise that can do about a little bit of everything?
It would be this dude that calls himself the Drum Machine Smith. I've seen his videos, and he's a
Not
badass.
the answer I was looking for.
Other than him, Metal Cohen.
Metal, yeah.
Either one of those. The Drum Machine Smith is pretty badass because he'll
Really?
go from Kelly Clarkson to death metal. He'll just do it. He'll cover
That
it.
big of a spread, huh?
Yeah, he covers it all.
Wow.
Which Metal Cohen covers a lot too. And
I thought she did,
She
too.
also has originals, which she's demonstrated on her own page. So it's pretty awesome.
Solid. Pretty solid. All right. Well, this is today's episode of The Cave. Check us out next time. We'll be back with some more man news. Maybe we'll actually get some naked, half-naked broads on here maybe next time.
That'd be nice.
That would
Force it
be
up
nice.
a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Get some hard nipples or whatever.
Yeah.
Looks good. All right. Till next time. Peace out.
Peace out.